talking about? Oh, the crate is like this big.
You got the baddest one. You can do hooks.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hi guys.
We are back.
We're back. Second week in a row.
Yeah, look at this. Consistent. Two weeks in a row.
This is the time slot that you can expect to see your favorite, me, along with Ches.
Okay.
And Allie.
All right.
Allie's in the studio.
You know
too.
what you're getting for Christmas?
This mug?
No.
From Aspen
absolutely
2020?
not. Aspen for Trouble 2010.
Hashtag Aspen for Trouble.
You are getting a box full of salt.
That's the first hashtag of the show today. Hashtag Aspen
Come
for
on.
Trouble.
More with the hashtags.
Hashtag come on.
You're getting out of control with the salt and the hashtags.
Oh, so much salt. Salt Bay.
Oh, there you go.
There, I'm bringing, what is that, a 2017 meme back?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
Allie, are you
You're
just a
outnumbered.
follower?
You're outnumbered.
You know,
She's going to start hashtagging, too.
it happened last time.
Yeah, she did. She had all my picks. If you missed last week's show, go back. Allie and I nailed our picks.
We did.
Ches
I don't know.
Ches nailed the dark horse. I'll give it to Ches.
Yeah,
Ches
I feel
is-
like that's all. I mean, I'm good at the dark
that's
horses.
that's all Ches is good at.
Ches is known for like being spot on though, so I feel like she's gonna surprise us again.
Okay, let's not get out of control. Allie.
Thank you, Allie.
Allie's just flip flopping.
You know?
she's
Oh,
just a
she's a
flip-flopper.
flipper.
I'm
She's
not
a flip
loyal.
flopper. A flopper. Just say I'm not loyal.
Oh, we are so good. We're so happy to be back. And thank you for you guys joining us here on Facebook. We missed you last week.
We did.
We had so much, like, we wanted your engagement, and it just wasn't there.
Wasn't there? We didn't have it on.
Technical difficulties.
But we're live on Facebook today. You can check out our Here's the Deal page. Both shows will be up there soon. It's Allie's job whenever Allie gets around to it. You know, she's a little bit of a slacker, flip-flopper. So.
Whoa!
Whoa, name
Shots
calling already.
fired.
Hashtag flip-flopper. Hashtag. I forget
Wow.
what I called it.
Man, that was disrespectful.
Oh, you're fine.
I think you need to put that under your job
That's part of my
description.
salty. That's part of my salty.
Hashtagger.
Hashtagger. Professional hashtagger.
And you're going to get paid for that?
I think people want to hear about softball at this point. Hashtag Salty Sarah has arrived. Yes.
Look, we've got some people from the club world
Yes.
out here. Oana Tigers. Hot
Lorraine.
Shots Premiere.
Lorraine from Hot Shots Premiere.
Okay. All right, people.
We see you.
We do see you.
And then
Well, we've got a ton of stuff to talk about
We
today.
do have a ton of stuff to talk about.
And the first thing, I wasn't even anticipating a story like this
No,
kind of coming up.
Yeah. I thought we were kind of done with the Auburn story, but
Yeah. The Auburn saga continues.
It does.
I need like
we need a timeline.
days of our lives
Yeah.
to be
Yes.
to pop up right now, and
So we need a Dark Horse
yeah,
motion graphic, and we need days of our lives.
sands of the hour.
Yes. Look at you.
And then
You nailed
these
that.
are the days of our lives,
In Auburn.
featuring the Myers.
Yes. You wanna take this one? I think I'm just gonna let you run with this one because
Okay.
you started pretty good here.
Well, if you guys remember last year, there was quite a bit of scandals coming out of the Auburn, pretty
Yes.
much. So, as you know, Clint Myers got a pay raise, and then he resigned, and then
I think he retired, right? It was
yeah,
like a retirement.
retired.
He retired.
And then the Corey Myers investigation kind of
Yes.
unfolded and revealed some inappropriate behavior coming out of the Myers camp. But since then, we haven't heard too much.
No, we haven't. They have new coaches. They're kind
They-
of starting their program over, and
ESPNW published that story about a road trip, and actually it was a road trip following the arrest of 3 of the players. But apparently there was a player who had a relationship with a Corey Myers. But following that story, we haven't heard too much. But in the latest news, the Myers were going to be coaching a Chinese team that was playing out of the Auburn camp, and they were shut down.
They were. The city of Opelika,
You got it. Nailed it.
I believe. They were in negotiations with Opelika to use some facilities that are in their Parks and Rec department, and former player, what was her name?
Anna Gibbs.
Anna Gibbs, thank you. She was involved in the Title IX lawsuit investigation against Clint Myers and Corey. Petitioned Opelika, the city of Opelika, and was like, we were victims. We don't want anybody else to be a victim of this. And Opelika listened and pulled any kind of leasing agreement that they were going to do.
At this point, I'm imagining Clint Myers maybe changing his identity, walking up to the park.
Maybe dyeing his hair, get a mustache.
Hi, my name is Flint Byers. He's got a mustache, dyed hair.
Hashtag Flint Byers.
I was waiting for it.
But honestly, are you surprised? Are you surprised that he's coaching again?
No, I think for you coaches out there, it's hard for you guys to give it up.
Right, but are you surprised that the Chinese, this is a Chinese national team, is interested in having him coach now? Like, are you surprised? I'm not surprised that he still wants to coach, but I'm surprised, perhaps, maybe I'm not surprised, but that he landed another job in softball. Nothing surprises Ches, ever.
I mean, I hate to see, what's so terrible about this whole story? He has helped build up the Auburn program. He helped build up the Arizona State program, and a number of choices have tarnished his reputation as a coach, which is unfortunate to see, because at the end of the day, we want to see the good in people. But I'm not surprised that Opelika shut them down. I am surprised that the Myers are still in town.
Right.
I honestly, the scandal broke so it cast such a wide net that you would think that, okay, it's probably time to get out of here.
Either be Flint Byers in
exactly.
Auburn, or go
And
to
wear
a
a
different
mustache.
state, or go to a different state,
Yeah.
a different, don't come back on your old tromping grounds as Clint
Yeah,
Myers.
and just assume everything's just hunky-dory.
Yeah. Especially with Corey and Casey.
Yeah,
because
I know.
the report said that both Corey and Casey were trying to book some hotel rooms in and around the area, for assuming that they were,
They could have been
going
the
to be part of it.
buyers.
They could have been the buyers. Flint Byers? What is Flint?
Yeah,
Is
it
that
would
what
be
we're-
Flint Byers.
Flint Byers.
So if we notice Flint Byers, we know that this was all
Code
you're
word.
doing.
Yes. Yeah, and we have Johnny Martin is agreeing with us. He's saying yes. And yes, Johnny, the question: why haven't they moved? Why are they trying to get a park in Auburn?
Yeah, I just think it's time to
Go to Washington. Go to Maine.
Yeah, where do you think they would go?
Sheboygan.
Ches is on a fire today, folks. Flint Byers, Sheboygan. She cannot be stopped. So that's a little bit of news, international news, an update on the Auburn Days of Our Lives saga.
Yeah.
It's just the story that keeps
I don't
giving.
know. I would think at this point, with them getting shut out of those facilities, that they might be entertaining that idea of moving to Sheboygan.
Ches is just predicting their future right
Yep,
now.
that's what she's doing. Rumor has it that Ches was up very late last night working.
That
so
is why
I think
I look so ratchet.
I think that's why you see the Aspen 2010 coffee mug.
You're asking for trouble.
She is asking for trouble today. So that's the update with Auburn and the Myers. Now we're just gonna dive headfirst into best freshman.
Oh yeah.
Freshmen we want to see.
Who do you guys
Freshmen
think?
you want to see.
There's quite a few freshmen to talk about. UCLA with the #1 recruiting class. Sarah, what are you thinking about? I mean, you're looking at me.
I'm
'cause
sorry.
you're
I'm
like,
thinking
oh,
about this comment that Joyce made could become a Supreme Court judge. Question mark, question mark. I'm going to let that one go. Just going to hashtag it SCOTUS, and I'm going to walk away.
Johnny, you're funny.
Yeah.
Joyce is a comedian. Okay, David is very, very interested in Megan Farina.
Yeah, she's said.
Which, David? Yeah. That's a good call.
I can see her splitting like a third of the innings in the pitching rotation.
Yeah, let's talk about Rachel Garcia and Megan Farina.
Yep. Baby goat.
Baby goat.
Baby goat.
Baby goat.
And have you ever stood next to Megan Farina? She's kind of like an Amazon.
She's not really a baby goat.
She's not.
She's not a baby goat.
She's an Amazon.
In all the right ways, Megan.
Yeah, she's a
complete stud.
Can we roll that clip? Over the summer, we got to see Farina pitch at PGF and Holy Rise Ball.
Yeah, can we do that one more time? Can we see that one more time? I'm gonna
hashtag Holy Rise Ball.
I'm gonna act like hashtag.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm prouder of
dirty.
Megan Farina's Rise Ball or Allie just hashtagging Holy Rise Ball live.
Yeah, so many. I wonder how many hashtags are going to come out of today's show.
Hey, Nestor's really excited to see Salty Sarah back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He might be the only one.
Okay, so let's talk about the staff for a second.
Yes.
Now, because Farina's coming in with the Rise Ball, is that going to be enough contrast between her and Rachel Garcia? Because I see them being kind of similar as far as like the style of pitches.
I think that's fair. I think it's a fair statement to say. But if Megan Farina is as good as we are thinking she's going to be, and we're calling Rachel Garcia baby goat, I don't think it matters.
Okay.
I don't think it matters.
All right.
You put someone like Megan Farina, who was with Lisa back in her prime, does it matter? Does it matter that they're similar?
I think it does, because when you are competing against teams that have a particular strength, or actually let's just back up. So when a team goes and prepares for UCLA, the preparation doesn't vary so much, if that makes sense, because they're gearing up to train or to play against a similar type pitcher. So, I don't know. I would like to see a little bit more contrast there between different pitchers, because when you look at Florida State, you have contrast in pitching big time between Megan King and Kylie Hansen. Two totally different styles of pitching, and I think that worked to their favor versus having two similar types of pitchers.
I just think they're going to be that good. And everybody knows, if you watched the show last week, I picked UCLA to win this year. So, you know what? I don't care that they're the same. Quite frankly, I don't care. Hashtag Holy Rise Ball.
And I talked about it last week, too, for UCLA. I think Colleen Sullivan is going to be a big hitter in their lineup. She will have to find a spot on the field, but she can vie for a DP role, or a DH, excuse me.
Yeah, UCLA has our number one recruiting class from our Hot 100, which if you haven't taken a look at our 2018 Hot 100, take a look. We're kind of good at guessing who's going to be the best.
Yeah.
Researching who's going to be the best.
Pretty good. Miranda Elish. Jenna Lilly. Mm-hmm. Amanda Lorenz.
Yeah, we've done a pretty good job. Mm-hmm. So UCLA has the top recruiting class of 2018. Megan Farina, you mentioned Colleen Sullivan, Kelly Gooden. Also kind of rounds out their top freshmen that we're interested in seeing. We want to know who you're interested in seeing. Let us know.
We're talking about college freshmen.
Yes, we're talking about college freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
Just to clarify. Mm-hmm. So UCLA has the top class.
I mean, although they're not ranked in the top class, I really like, in my mind, Alabama picked up two really big recruits with Skylar Wallace and Montana Fouts. I'm just going to jump right in there.
She's just going off the top.
Wallace, to me, is one of the top infielders, period. And obviously a tenacious hitter in the box. But she helped Georgia Impact to their first ever PGF 18U national championship. And was not expected to do that. And this comes off a season of losing Gabby Sprang, who went to Tennessee, who's now at Oklahoma State. But Montana Fouts took the summer off. And a lot of people were wondering where she was during the summer. She spent the time resting, and in my mind, she's going to become Alabama's ace. After losing Alexis Osorio, they're going to need Montana Fouts desperately, and she's got strikeout power. She's got experience winning a PGF championship. Those two recruits are going to step in and make an immediate impact for Alabama.
What do you think about a highly recruited athlete like Montana, who she was number 7 in our Hot 100, taking the whole summer off?
Yeah.
You know, in a culture with club, and, you know, I know we're kind of going on a tangent here, where kids play tens of hundreds of games in a summer, and injuries tend to creep up. What do you think? That's a bold move. How many top recruits have we seen do that?
You know, I don't know the actual number, but I think it's a good situation for her. During her high school season, she threw a ton of innings. Yeah. I mean, Grayson High School went through a period of not losing a game up until the championship game.
Yeah.
And she threw many of those innings. I mean, there's a reason why she was Kentucky Gatorade Player of the Year. She was mowing people down all through high school. But I think if you're Alabama, you're happy about it because you're going to have a pitcher who doesn't come in injured. And for those of you college coaches know, a lot of the players show up day one with injuries. I mean, I would venture to say at least 50% of them have some sort of injury going in.
I don't know if everybody understands how far that sets you back because you're missing weights. You know, I used to be a collegiate strength and conditioning coach. Like, you're missing weights in the fall. You don't get like a baseline level strength that the rest of your teammates have because they've been in college strength and conditioning programs for, you know, a couple semesters or a couple years. It really, really sets you back. And then you're more prone to injury because you don't have that level of strength, that base that you've had. Even if you've been doing stuff, even if you've been doing training programs in high school, there's nothing quite like the sophistication that happens in college weight rooms. So it really, really sets athletes back. I think it's a really smart move. I mean, I think it's going to pay off for her. I
think with this whole mentality of like, you know, somebody's working harder than you every day and no days off. Like, can you talk to the importance of recovery?
Oh yeah, it's paramount. It's paramount.
I mean, I'm not saying that out of laziness. It's just like we're human.
Yeah,
our bodies break down.
For recovery, to prevent more injury, like, you need to be rested, you need to be well hydrated, you need to be well fed to perform the best and to recover the best. Like, sleeping, eating, drinking, it's all. Yeah, Allie has something to do. Let's go, Allie.
Like, at that age too. I mean, obviously, like, you think you're invincible, right? Because you're just so young. But at the same time, like, you're still prone to injuries. Like, it's gonna happen.
Are you speaking from experience, Allie?
Yeah.
Have you grown through those years at this point?
I have.
Yeah,
you know, I'm like.
Not a girl.
You know, kind of wear and tear now. I'm like struggling quite a bit now that I'm older. I'm like, man.
Okay. Allie just said now that she's older.
Older.
Allie,
really?
Older.
You know, it's fine.
No, but it's a good point. Yeah, you think you don't need to eat well. You think you can stay up until 4 a.m.
I mean, y'all are still young. Come on.
I don't know about that.
That one, Allie. But yeah, all of it's important, and I think it's a smart move on her end. I really do. And Skylar's a stud. She was ranked number 3 in our Hot 100.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alabama, they don't have one of our top classes, but they have 2 really stud recruits.
I think after losing Alexis Osorio, they're going to have to, I mean, you've got Montana Fouts and a big transfer. She was the number 1 recruit in the sophomore class for JUCO, Crystal Goodman. 2 strikeout pitchers who can make a real big difference. But I think, as you guys know, Alabama is going to have to swing the bats.
They are.
Last season, you can pretty much not pitch to their first 4 hitters. And I'm not saying like if you can get past them, you have a good chance of winning. They're going to have to absolutely swing the bats this season.
Yep. So UCLA has our top class. Tennessee has our second class. Allie Shipman coming in. She's Maddie Shipman's younger sister. Big time recruit. She was number 2 in our Hot 100 list. What do you like about her?
I mean, obviously she's been a top recruit since she was, I would venture to say, 6th, 7th grade.
Yep.
When you saw her behind the plate, she was pretty natural, could swing the bat. But out of all the recruits Tennessee is bringing in this year, I'm most excited about Ashley Rogers.
Yep.
I think she can be a real contender for in the rotation with Maddie Moss and Kaylin Arnold. She's got great stuff. She competes at a high level. She's taken down some of the big name teams in club ball over the summer. I just think she's going to come in and make an immediate impact. I like everything about her.
You know, and you put her with that, like you mentioned, you put her with the other 2 pitchers from Tennessee. Might have a really strong staff there, depending how they come out in the season.
Losing Megan Gregg obviously might hurt their offense a bit.
Maybe.
Yeah. But they're always a top, 15 team, especially with that pitching staff. I would like to see them be a little tougher. They started out real hot last season, and if you guys remember, they kind of trailed off once they hit that South Carolina series and got swept.
They did, which was my concern about Tennessee at the beginning of last season. Like, they kind of tend to make a great run at the beginning of the season, and then they just run out of gas, whether it's in regionals or super regionals. They just don't quite make the impact that you think that they're going to make in the postseason or late in conference play. But we'll see this year. They got two good studs. But, Gabby Sprang transferred out of there. So
yeah, I expect big things from Oklahoma State. I can't wait to watch them.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
This upcoming season. But we got a question about Brooke Vestal from OU and thoughts.
Well, OU has the 4th highest recruiting class in our Hot 100. I have OU top 5 going into the season because Boomer Sooner, # Boomer Sooner. I was waiting for like a giant sigh. I see the head nod kind of peripherally. Obviously, they lose Paige Squared, which is a huge loss.
Yeah.
But there's no denying Vestal's talent. She slipped a little bit in our rankings as she went through her high school years. She was number 1 coming like into her freshman year, and I think by last year she was top 5. She was number 6. But there's no denying in my mind that she's going to be a phenomenal pitcher. Will she need a year? Maybe. That Big 12 conference, I think, is going to get a little more competitive, like you said, with OSU, and now Texas has a brand new staff. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I think she's gonna have a phenomenal career. I think she's gonna start off pretty good, pretty strong. Ches,
I'm skeptical.
Ches is skeptical. Ches doesn't look like she agrees with me.
I thought. Okay. There's no taking away from what she's done career-wise.
Yeah.
She won a PGF national championship, I believe, as a sophomore for Tony Rico's Firecrackers. The Firecrackers finished in the top 20 at PGF. I don't know if she's got enough to really beat the top talents.
Well, let's just think about this. She's going to be with Jen Rocha.
Yes.
She's going to be under one of the best pitching coaches in the country. I like it. I like the combo.
Yeah, I think she's going to... to me, Mariah Lopez is going to be the ace this year.
Sure.
And then for Brooke Vestal, it's going to be a wait and see. Because, again, she threw so many innings during high school, and I'm assuming she threw a ton over the summer as well. So... we'll see. I don't know. I'm not yet convinced.
I just want to point out
I'm just not convinced yet.
Beginning of the year, Ches is always dogging on OU.
Not true.
Just saying. I'm just saying. And I'm coming out strongly in favor.
Exactly. I'm helping them.
What else we got? We got FSU. FSU?
Yeah, so they pick up Mackenzie Herzog. And then who else we got here?
They got Mackenzie Herzog and Catherine Sandercock.
Sandercock's gonna be good.
I
think we talked about this too, that they're probably going to be in a kind of training phase. In my mind,
they're two studs that
tends to do.
They're going on to the national championship team, which really hasn't lost a lot of players. You know, obviously Jesse Warren is gone, but they're two studs that are going to maybe need to pay their dues. Maybe they won't step in and make an immediate impact their freshman season. That's kind of what we're saying. Who knows? But they're going to have great careers for sure, and we definitely want to see them in the fall. It'll be exciting to get a first look. At both those recruits.
Yeah, I can see Herzog getting some innings in the outfield. It'll come down to who's swinging the bat, honestly. And I think for Sandercock, it's going to be a little bit of the pitching staff kind of taking her under her wing. Yeah. You know, I think we've seen it with Megan King and Jessica Burrows, and Savannah Copeland. So I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of see the same thing.
Yeah, but not a bad thing, joining the national champs, right?
So Megan King redshirted her freshman year, and she was a national champion last year.
Pointing out the positives, silver lining. Oregon is our number 5 recruiting class. You know a thing or two about at least one of the players on Oregon's team. She is your niece.
She is my niece.
She's not her cousin.
She had a great summer.
She did have a great summer. She played for your
for my pops,
for your dad,
and my bro. But Oregon needed infielders, obviously, when you lose Lauren Lindvall and DJ Sanders and Jenna Lilly. So they have to replace an entire infield. And what better way to train for your freshman year than to play on the left side of the field? So Rachel Sid is a phenomenal third baseman, and the girl can rake. I mean, she's got to have one of the fastest hands and bats in the country. Yeah, the girl can put them out.
Pretty impressive.
Jasmine is kind of like more of a balanced, even-keeled player. She's going to give you speed. She's going to give you power. She's going to give you average. And I think she's going to definitely make a run at that shortstop position that needs to be filled. Alyssa Pinto, great hitter. Now, you've got Mia Camuso at first base, and Alyssa can play first base or outfield. So we'll see who's really swinging the bat. I think it's going to be tough to take Mia Camuso out of the lineup, period. She is a spark plug. I could see her even being the leadoff hitter with kind of what she brings to the lineup. But the Ducks are going to be strong again this year.
We got a good prediction here, Eric. Silent Rain Espinoza for UW will be Pac-12 Freshman of the Year.
Well, we know that she got Name of the Year.
She sure did.
Silent Rain?
Hashtag Silent Rain.
Dang.
Wait.
I can hear it.
Silent Rain.
It's off in the distance. We got another really good question.
Yeah.
Laura, I mentioned that Jen Rocha is the pitching coach for Oklahoma
Shannon
now.
Sale. I forgot about that.
So who is Tim Walton's pitching coach?
It's a head coach, Mike Bosch from Syracuse. I don't know a lot about him. I'm just going to say that.
But we know who he is. So there you go, Laura.
I think what's exciting about Mike is Syracuse is an up-and-coming program, especially in the pitching department. I thought they were really strong last year in pitching, and then in recruiting, they were doing an excellent job. So I think Mike Bosch is a good hire for sure.
We want to hear who your freshmen are going to be. Top freshman of the year. Who are you excited to see? I'm excited that Brittany Connors, our old coworker and friend, has joined and is watching right now.
Awesome.
We do have
Hi,
a
Brittany.
funny comment from Victoria saying, Allie, thought you might be interested in this link. And it's the American Association of Retirement.
Yeah, AARP?
Yep, it's about time.
You're getting up there, Allie.
You know?
Yeah.
24 years young.
Oh my gosh. All right. I think that's what we got.
Yeah.
Those are the freshmen we're excited to see. Auburn is continuing the Clint Myers days of our lives to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
If you are just joining in and you missed everything that we talked about, don't worry, because you can head on over to our Here's the Deal page, and this will be archived there for your viewing pleasure.
Yep, and you can find it also on the site. And then we'll see you guys next week. We'll bring you more softball news and softball talk.
And I'll be bringing hashtags and the salt.
Please don't. See you guys.
See you guys.